Hi there, welcome, you all. Danny here. We are in the outdoor studio and I have good reason for making this video about 3 basic cyclocross skills, because these you can easily translate to mountain biking, even road biking, but also the world champs, cyclocross world champs are just coming up, and I guarantee you 2 things. After watching this short tutorial, you will be seeing much more things when watching the Cyclo-cross World Championships. You will see many different techniques. You will see differences between, for example, Van der Poel and Van Aert, who is trying to protect his World Champ jersey. It's going to be much more interesting for you. And then after that, you're going to be able to learn much more while you will be riding the bike, having much more fun, more speed, and you're going to be much more safe. Let's do it. This is one of the crucial skills you need to have, and that's jumping over a log or some man-made technical area on the track. And you need to learn a couple of things: how to dismount from the bike, how to jump over the log or anything, it can be much higher, how to run with the bike, and then how to jump back on the bike without losing too much speed. This is pretty difficult. There is also another option to make a bunny hop, but there are very few pro riders who do it because it is difficult. It also requires energy, and with each lap, while we are having less and less concentration and focus on the ride, it might be also dangerous. So it's a trade. The first phase is when we approach the obstacle. We need to make the decision when to dismount from one of the pedals and just ride still clipped in to another one. We don't want to make it too quick because we're gonna lose the speed. We don't want to make it too late because then we're gonna hit the obstacle. So that's an important thing. And the other thing is also to make decision how are we gonna make the first contact with the ground. If we are riding with the lower speed, let's say that the obstacle is just behind the corner, or we are hitting some really steep climb, then we can simply put the first foot right like this on the ground. And if we want to keep the momentum and have a higher speed, we can swing the leg up front and do it just like that. But this technique is only if you want to keep higher momentum, higher speed. The second phase is pretty easy. You lift the bike and run as fast as you can, but with the safety in mind. So we don't want to lift it too high because we lose energy. We don't want to lift it just a little because then we risk hitting the obstacle, and you're gonna see it during the race that the riders who are tired will make this mistake. Then we simply jump and run and jump over other log. There may be much more than just 2. And then the last phase. All right, I'm just over the obstacles, and now we need to change from running to cycling. That means jumping on the bike. Do not be afraid of your bike saddle. This will be super important skill for all the mountain bikers. You need to understand that this does not mean that we need to jump high up and then land on your sit bones or on some soft tissues of our body. We would rather just slide through the inner surface of our thigh to the saddle and then catch the pedals, clip in and move on. Watch the world champs. You're gonna see many differences between different riders. Probably Van der Poel will be trying to bunny hop some of the obstacles. It depends how high this will be, and Van Aert will be running. And if you see those two just competing still together, they will be probably doing it in the same speed, at the same speed. The second skill, running up the super steep climb. And I guarantee you, I bet you, you haven't noticed so many differences, technical differences between different riders and on the different terrain. Some can simply push the bike, and many will choose so if there is not so many obstacles on the way. So if this is the stairs, I'm gonna lift the bike and have the weight of the bike and the mud on my back, but I will be still faster on the on the stairs, but if the terrain is like this, I can easily run and push the bike. Number two, some riders, if they want to lift the bike, they do it by using the top tube like this, others the main tube like this, but close to the front wheel so that you don't hit your elbow to, for example, the mounting bolts for the bottle cage here. It can be really painful. And then two differences, how they handle the bike. So the pedal must not be on the way. And now some will have their arms around the main tube and then the handlebars, like this, karate. And some will push the bike a bit further, which makes me feel much more pain on my shoulder. And then they will have their arm around the head tube and have it like this, maybe like this. And in this style, they will be able to run fast up the hills. For mountain bikers, carrying the bike like this maybe not necessarily will be the main skill, but for sure running up the steep climb can just let you use different muscles, have a rest a little bit from pedaling with the low cadence, and you can be as fast or even faster as those who sit on the bike and pedal when it's really steep and challenging. And the third skill is anything on the cyclocross track which will soak up your tires, which means some deep mud, some sand, and it's gonna be there on the world champs for sure. You don't want to have too low gear, because if the gear is too low and your cadence is high, it will be more difficult for you even to keep the right balance, but also the speed will be too low and your bike will probably stop. So the pro riders will only try to keep as high speed as possible and just balancing through different lines on the muddy section or sandy section. So just check out how they do it. It's a lot of fun. You're gonna be pretty dirty, but it's so much fun, and sometimes it can just end up like this. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.